nice little spot right out in the middle of nowhere, and there's a quiet road next to it, but it's a proper car parking spot. And then just a bit further down there's a path there where the walk starts, so spot on, ready for tomorrow morning. As I say, it's quiet. You can hear the ducks quacking from the river and the birds singing, so should be quite a good night. I'll see you in the morning. It's 8:15, just gone 8:15, quite fresh this morning. As I said yesterday, the path runs right from more or less where you can park up all the way down the side of the river, all the way up to Ecton. So this first stretch is going to be fairly straightforward. It's quite fresh this morning, so I've wrapped up, but I imagine the sun's going to come out later on. So let's go. I've not been on this walk before, so it's let's see what we can find. What I'd like to do is try and include a little bit more detail on some of the walks, and perhaps a map. I don't know if I'll be doing it on this one, but I'd like to give some sort of indication of, like, oh, fucking hell. Horse shit. I'd like to give some indication of start points and end points, probably by postcode or grid location or something. And one of the things I find is some of the junctions and turn-offs and that can be a bit confusing, so I want to try and clarify some of them. But unfortunately, until you've done the walk once, you're not sure yourself. So we'll see. This used to be a massive copper mine, and it says on the plaque there that was the building where they used to keep all the gunpowder and dynamite. But they kept it quite a distance from the mine, so the people didn't nick stuff, apparently. I could live in that. Nearly there. Ah, bollocks. Quite a view, but I don't know how much you'll pick up because of the mist. It's quite a good panorama, and up here it's apparently the highest CB aerial in the country, and on a good day apparently they can communicate with people as far as Matlock. So this is the Ecton copper mine engine house. Again, another building on its own in the middle of nowhere. Gonna have a quick look inside, see if there's anything interesting. I think you're allowed in. No, you're not. It's quite a varied walk. 1 minute you're up the side of a hill, the next minute you're in fairly dense woodland. So it's been quite interesting. I think if I was going to do it again, I'd probably do it the other way around, because it's actually meant that the hard part has been towards the second half. And really, probably better off getting off the steeper bits near the big. No, the other way around. Forget it. What I was trying to say is you're probably better off doing the more difficult part at the beginning, and have the easier bit at the end. But I seem to have picked done it the hard way, the easy. I've done it so that it's easy to begin with and difficult at the end when you're more tired, if you can make any sense of that. But this especially one-handed, is quite awkward, and it doesn't look like the path been used that much, but definitely makes it more interesting. Plus you can have a couple of blackberries on the way. Never mind. I forgot to mention this walk is based around the Manifold Valley. I've got a bad habit of not giving much detail in these videos, but it's been quite interesting. As I say, there's been quite a contrast of landscapes and stuff. So anyway, now I'm just descending into Wetton village, and then we go on the outskirts of there, and that's where Thor's cave is. So that'll be the next stop. So I'll see you in a bit. I don't know if that's the official bell ringers or just some kids pissing about. Right, we're getting there. As I say, just come out of Wetton there, Wetton village. This is the sort of ascent bit to Thor's cave, I believe to be anyway, which is somewhere up at the top of that mountain bit up there. So it's a sort of down and then back up again. Fingers crossed about this, not seen it before, and hoping that it's going to be quite impressive. You know, look, I can get down here without breaking my leg. I found a cave, but I don't think it's Thor's. I hope it's not Thor's. I was looking at the wrong cave. I think this might be it, which is a lot better. But it might not be it. There's a few scattered around here, so I'm not sure which one I'm looking for. I ain't got a clue. A little bit underwhelming. I would have thought that a god that was famous for having a hammer could have probably come up with something a little bit better than that. But there you go. Well, I managed to get the wrong cave twice, and I finally find Thor's cave. It's huge. It goes off a bit dark in that direction, so I'm going to go and have a look in there in a second. But it's difficult to get the scale of it. But yeah, well worth a visit, and I mean it this time. I think that's as far back as it goes. My battery's running out as well. I remember the way out now. No. That's it, daylight. I'm on the final stretch now. I'm not going to do a back in the van video today because it's going to drag on a little bit if I do. I highly recommend this walk. If anybody wants any more information, starting points or anything, just leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time.